Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark Review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark movie fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today we are discussing Three Wiser Men and a Boy, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, November 20. Never miss a thing from us. Follow us on Instagram. We are Girls Gone Hallmark. There's some fun stuff happening in our Instagram stories this week.
We also have a pretty active Facebook group.
Yeah.
If you are a Hallmark watcher and want to talk to people about like what the movie was like or about a certain actor or what's coming up for the network, this is your place. Even if you have like a question that you can't seem to find the answer to, somebody knows in this group.
Yeah.
There's
Agree.
some real smart people
A
in
wealth of knowledge. Mm-hmm. You can always email us if you want to reach us, girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. Let us know. You can yell at us about our thoughts. You can ask questions. You can tell us you love us. Whatever you got.
Hey, also one final housekeeping. Come check out our website, girlsgonehallmark.com. We're just like grinding out the information over there.
I agree.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm like, breaking news. I got to get on my computer right away and write something about this. I want to be one of the resources people go to.
We want to be the resource that people go to.
Sure, it might happen.
Shout out to Danny Pellegrino, who last week on our interview episode made a plea for podcast listeners to leave reviews on their favorite podcasts. And we've seen a number of new ratings come through on Girls Gone Hallmark. And I know that we can thank Danny Pellegrino directly for this 5-star rating and review that says, "I came for Danny Pellegrino. I stayed for the love of Hallmark. What a great show. Thank you and welcome."
Yeah, thank you. If you haven't listened to that Danny Pellegrino episode, I suggest you do.
He is so wonderful.
If you're like, who the freak is Danny Pellegrino? No, it's not Danny Pintaro from Who's the Boss. Danny Pellegrino is very funny with, he is a very big podcaster in his own right. Written several books, and now he has Deck the Walls, which he wrote and is premiering next week? This weekend. So get to know Danny.
Let's get to know Three Wiser Men and a Boy with a synopsis.
The Brenner brothers are back and putting on a holiday pageant for young Thomas while trying to cope with life's curveballs, including their mom's new boyfriend.
Terry Ingram returns to direct Three Wiser Men and a Boy. Terry has 96 directing credits and has been keeping busy with projects like The Real West, Love on the Danube, Love Song, and The Wedding Cottage.
Paul Campbell, Russell Hainline, and Kimberly Sested co-wrote Three Wiser Men and a Boy.
This is Paul's first writing credit since Three Wiser Men and a Boy. As an actor, he appears in this film, as well as Falling Together and The Cases of Mystery Lane, Death is Listening, both out this year.
Russell Hainline is having a banner year. He wrote the Netflix smash hit Hot Frosty. And when I say smash hit.
Yeah, that is not hyperbole.
No. He also wrote 3 movies in this year's countdown, the upcoming The Santa Claus, the upcoming Christmas Under the Lights, and as well as Three Wiser Men and a Boy.
Kimberly Sested is also busy this year. She recently appeared in The Real West and is also in Hainline's The Santa Claus opposite Benjamin Ayers. She does make a cameo in this movie.
Tyler Hynes stars as Taylor. I cannot stand when we have like a name that is so close. Mm-hmm. It just is throws my brain. Anyway, Tyler recently appeared in both sailings of the Hallmark Christmas Cruise. He will also appear at Christmas Con and 2 weekends at Hallmark's Christmas Experience. As for acting, he appeared in all 3 Groomsmen movies and stars in Holiday Touchdown next weekend. If you haven't heard, I mean, it's
Breaking news.
I think I saw a commercial for like Ulta last night.
It's the Wicked of Hallmark.
It is the Wicked of Hallmark. Did I see a Burger King commercial too?
I don't know. As one of my favorite podcasters, Jamie Golden says, I am post-commercial. I do not watch commercials.
It's just everywhere. Anyway, someone sent Tyler and Jonathan Bennett on a much needed vacation. These guys are just been working so much.
Indeed. Andrew Walker stars as Luke. Andrew rounds out the Busy Dudes Club. This year he has appeared in both Curious Caterer Foiled Plans and Curious Caterer Forbidden Fruit for Love and Honey in the summer, and Jingle Bell Run just last week, as well as appearing on Sail 2 of the Hallmark Channel Cruise.
Margaret Collin returns to play Mom. Margaret was, of course, in the original 3 Men and a Baby movie and is also known for her role as Eleanor Waldorf on Gossip Girl. She has 78 acting credits.
Cutie Miles Marthaler plays Thomas. This young actor has 5 acting credits, including an appearance as young Frank Jr. on The Chicken Sisters, as well as last year's Round and Round.
Erin Karpluk plays Carolyn. Is it Carolyn or Caroline?
I think it's Line.
She plays Caroline. Erin returns to Hallmark in her first appearance since Mrs. Miracle. With 92 acting credits, Erin has been in a ton of series, including playing the title role of the series Being Erica. Sounds familiar.
Netflix.
I didn't write these notes, so I didn't do the homework on it.
Nicole Major returns as Sophie. Nicole has 29 acting credits. And in addition to the first 3 Wisemen, she also appeared with Paul and Kimberly in Wedding Every Weekend.
Well, welcome back, Sophie, now GTFO.
Seriously.
Fiona Vroom plays Susie. Fiona can be seen in the Canadian crime drama Murder in a Small Town. We last saw her on Hallmark in Curious Caterer Forbidden Fruit.
Matt Hamilton returns as Mark Leclerc. Matt has 66 acting credits and recently appeared with Paul in the Cases of Mystery Lane. Death is Listening.
Christopher Shire, a.k.a. alternate universe Peter Gallagher, plays Pastor Roy. Christopher has 95 acting credits and can be seen in Family Practice Mysteries, Coming Home, and Friends and Family Christmas for Hallmark.
Sebastian Billingsley Rodriguez plays Dev. Sebastian is having a big year, appearing as Theo on Holidays and in the best Christmas pageant ever out in theaters. He has 23 total acting credits.
Lauren Chan plays Yi Jun, and this is her first acting credit.
Sweet little Yi Jun. Hey, let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with First Impressions.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
What is your first impression of Three Wiser Men and a Boy, Wendy?
Well, last week I said a douchey Andrew Walker was my favorite Andrew Walker character. But now, super dad Andrew Walker fumbling through parenting might be my new favorite.
I was a big fan of Andrew in this movie.
He's come a long way for me.
My first impression, which I believe is simply a repeat of my first impression 2 years ago. Get that candy cane and IMDb credit.
Oh, lots of candy cane. Lots and lots of candy cane action.
What did you like about this movie?
Well, I know that well sounds negative. Every time I do it, it's just my transition, guys. I liked that this movie like kind of puts a pause on romance in the we have Tyler Taylor's storyline. I'm going to get to it, but I'm talking about like romance first formula. We have more of a spotlight on like family relationships and personal growth as like each of the Brenner brothers have some kind of personal growth. I enjoyed that. I like the deeper themes of self-discovery and family dynamics and chaos, especially around the Christmas time. And I thought it felt relatable.
You know, I said this during the first Three Wise Men movie, but this is a movie that was made for the fans, as was the first one. You've got Walker, Hines, and Campbell, plus the Sustad cameo, plus Margaret Collin as a nod to the original. There's so much about this. This movie was made for the fans. And I find that the sequel is no different. It hits many of the same notes. It does what the fans want it to do. You know, I think in many cases, the choice to make Tyler Hines kind of fumbling through life is a smart choice. It takes him out of the suave, smooth, got it all together.
I got thoughts on that.
Tyler that we see him play often.
Yeah.
I think that's fun for the fans to see. I think leaning into the humor with Stefan's anxiety. I mean, I think that's played for humor. Obviously, that's a serious take. I think this is a movie that's made for the fans. People really love this movie, and I enjoyed the experience of watching it. I have two really different feelings here. Like one, like sitting and watching this movie as a viewer, if I never had to say another word about it, did I enjoy it? Yeah. If I'm going to sit here and talk about the movie critically, I have some things to say about it.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to hear.
I think it was an enjoyable experience. I have more things that I liked.
Okay, so speaking of the sequel, I appreciated the sequel. I know there was like a lot of anticipation. Like, could the sequel be better than the first one? Now, people on the Hallmark Christmas Cruise Sale 2 got to see this movie a week early, basically. And I was like dying. I was like in the Facebook groups going like, tell me, like, was it good? Was the movie good? And there was not a lot of like responses, which I kind of thought was unusual, but the responses were like, yes, it was better than the first. So then I was like, oh man, like leading into it, I was like, can it be like as good as the first one? But I think you're right. It is made for the fans. The fans are going to like it no matter what.
Yeah. They're funny.
Yeah.
Look good. There's cute kids. We want to see people struggling a little bit in life. Like they don't have it all together. I think that's fun. And I think they nailed that piece of it.
Now, I did read a review, which I don't commonly like to do, but some of the criticism was that there wasn't drastic changes in the family dynamic from the first movie to the second movie.
Well, and that's on my wishes, but why don't we talk about it right now?
Oh, interesting.
This, for me, movie suffers a little bit from the Gilmore Girls A Year in the Life treatment, where too much time has passed for us not to see dramatic change. I feel like especially Taylor and Stefan seem stuck in the same struggles.
Interesting.
We haven't seen a lot of growth. I mean, Stefan kind of says, like, I've been trying for so long to make this work. But you would think they would have, at some point in the past 5 years, been like, oh, this isn't working. I got to do something different. Like, Taylor's like, any minute now, any minute now, any minute now. But it's been 5 years.
But you don't find that realistic, though? Realistic in real life. Now, I can say, like, as a sequel, yes, maybe I do want to see growth. Maybe I want to see that's going to progress the story of like the family along in an entertainment value, right? But
I mean, I feel like they needed to push it farther along because they needed their child, their young, what is even his name? Thomas. Thomas needed to be a fully formed human. We didn't need a toddler. We couldn't have a baby. Like, we needed a fully formed human having some sort of conflict in his life. This makes sense. We need a 5-year-old at least.
Yeah.
I also can see they don't want to see all of this character development happening off camera. We don't want to fast forward 5 years and all of a sudden they got their act together. What are they going to do now?
Yeah.
That being said, I think for them to have been spinning there for 5 years, he's still like, I'm still going. I kind of feel like it's realistic.
I mean, we've been doing this podcast for a long time. We're still going. We're still going.
I know, but there's growth.
I know. But I think the point, though, is like the fans are going to come back regardless. They
I
don't,
100%
they don't
agree.
care if these characters have grown and succeeded.
And it's funnier that they haven't. It's funnier
Yeah.
that Tyler Hines is getting a holiday-themed eviction notice on his door. Hat tip to correspondent Mike for pointing that out in his email, the most festive.
Yeah, it had like an
Eviction
outline. It was
notice.
like on a paper you'd pick up at Staples.
Totally, like you used to print invitations on.
Yeah.
And that he's like hanging his tailored game sign in the coffee shop, like as his office.
I thought that was one of the funniest moments because I didn't quite understand it at first. He goes to the coffee shop, he pays for his coffee. He's like, it's a great day. And the barista gives him like this kind of like dirty look, like annoyed look. And I was like, well, that's weird. What's that for? And then we don't find out until several scenes later that he has set up shop in the coffee store.
love it. It's great.
I thought it was really funny. And now I'm like, oh, that's what was in that big case he's carrying around is his
Yes.
nameplate.
Yes, because it is. You're like, what is there? An instrument in there?
Yeah.
Is it a keyboard? What is he carrying around?
Right.
Yeah, the payoff for that bit is pretty great.
I agree. So let's talk about the writing and the humor in this script. Did you enjoy it?
I think it's so funny.
There were many laugh out loud moments. And I'm talking like literal laugh out moments for me while I was watching it. And I felt kind of stupid because I was the only one watching it in the house and I'm like cracking up. And my family doesn't even ask, like, what are you watching? Like, anyway, I thought the script was really good. I thought it was sharp and witty. I'm stuck in the weeds on the back end of things.
Because we got 3 writers, and when was Russell Hainline introduced? How does that work? Yeah, I want to know too. I don't think we're ever going to know the answer.
I don't think we're ever going to know. I wish I had a keener eye, like that I could be able to be like, oh, that has Russell written all over it, like certain things. Now I did see that he posted something on his Instagram that it was fun to write for Mark Leclerc. And those lines were super funny. I thought that character cracks me up, even though he's so problematic. He's kind
hilarious.
of a buffoon jerk a little bit, but I thought
you're glad he's not your neighbor, but he's funny to watch.
Exactly. But so, like I said, did Kim and Paul have like it almost there, and then they had to bring in somebody to,
or did Kim and Paul have it, and they were like, look, the expectations of this movie are off the charts. We're just going to bring in a third eye and make sure it is as funny as it can possibly be.
Yeah, I wish I knew.
Particularly given Russell's ability to write ensemble casts so well.
Yeah.
I loved the introduction of Taylor's love interest and making her like the female Tyler Hines with the candy cane is a real funny bit. Again, 100% speaks to this movie being for the fans. Like, the candy cane, if you're walking in as a new Hallmark viewer, that means nothing to you.
Yeah.
But if you're walking in as a seasoned Hallmark viewer, like you clock it the second she's on screen.
Yeah. I enjoyed that too. At that one point when they're like, dude, she's you, I was like, oh no, he's going to bounce now. I was worried he's going to be like, what? She's too much like me. I did think this introduction of her character is a nice counterbalance to the character of Taylor. I have some thoughts on Tyler.
I think the kids add to this movie. I mean, Sebastian, who has a long name, Sebastian Billingsley Rodriguez.
Yeah.
He's in Holidays. He was in The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. He's so funny. Like,
It's very funny.
He's annoying in this movie. Like, he's like this know-it-all kid.
Yeah.
But he really sells it. And I thought, now Wendy notoriously doesn't like children in movies.
Right.
I thought Miles was real sweet as Thomas.
Little Thomas was so cute.
So cute.
Like, I don't know what it was. Yes, you're right. I generally don't like children in movies. They're just too precious. But he just was so cute. He was real cute. All right. Here are my thoughts. Look, the chemistry between Paul and Andrew and Tyler, undeniable. Like, you can clearly tell, like, they enjoy each other as real people in real life. And it's all that, like, dynamic works really well for them, right? Don't you think? So can we, like, talk about each guy?
Sure.
back to my first impression, I absolutely loved Andrew Walker in this. I would say generally, like in the past, I'm like a fan of his movies.
Yeah.
But there's something about he was so good in Jingle Bell Run, and I thought he was so good in this as well.
Well, and also the last Curious Caterer was like the best Curious Caterer we've seen, I thought. He's not new.
Right.
But maybe he's just like developed some newfound confidence. I don't know, but I feel like we're seeing like the new evolution of Andrew Walker.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this kind of like super dad persona. But what was even better about it is like he was like trying to figure it out like we all are. And that like felt very relatable. I really enjoyed him in this a lot. Paul Campbell as Stefan. It's Stefan, right?
Yeah, but they call him Steven in the radio interview because I don't know if you remember recently I was like, wait, is it Stefan or is it
I
Steven?
remember.
And then they opened the movie and they're like, we're here with Steven. And I was like, wait a minute. But then throughout the rest of the movie, they call him Stefan.
Yeah.
So I think it was just the radio interviewers who didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wouldn't that be funny if that wasn't intentional? Anyway.
Oh, I think it was intentional though.
And like he kind of reacks to it, right? Like his
Yeah,
face is
because
kinda
like they were buffoons. Like they were like,
yeah, shock jock.
yeah, all that stuff I thought was really funny.
I did
Really funny.
out loud up top.
I kind of really enjoyed this like storyline of like this guy is dealing with like these anxious behaviors. Like I felt that was very relatable. When you talk about like growth, like I don't think you just grow out of being anxious. Like that is like something that like you kind of carry with you all the time. Sure. And so I thought that was compelling storyline. I liked his character a lot. I didn't love like the whole thing at the end where like, actually I did love the thing at the end where he's like connecting with this girl and she's nervous about being on stage. And like, I thought it was cute.
that was nice.
It's just the hijinks of like the thing not working and like that in the pageant was like, okay,
Too much.
too much for me. You've gone too far. Now I want to talk about Tyler Hynes. Hynes, please don't come for me. I think Tyler Hynes, super cool, super nice. Like, great human being, right? I enjoy a lot of him. But this, like, too cool vibe, I think it's wearing thin on me a little bit.
No. Oh, no. You thought they came for you after your comments about Blake. Here they come.
Well, I love Tyler Hynes as an actor. I enjoy all of his movies. I think he's super funny. But he always kind of plays the same character. Like, I'm cool. And I have been talking about why I liked Andrew Walker so much is because he's played a little bit against character lately, right?
Yeah.
A little bit douchey in Jingle Bell Run, and then he comes around and he's like, good guy.
Yeah.
And this one is like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, I think he's in a transition
Vulnerable.
role. He is vulnerable. And I think he's struggling with like, he's the chief now. And
Yeah.
He kind of is like, he's not one of the guys anymore because he's their boss. And he's struggling with like, oh, I have all these responsibilities here, but I'm trying to be a good dad. But like, what's going on? Like, who am I?
Right. So then back to Tyler, I kind of want to see him in a different role. And if you remember, talk about people who came for me. When we reviewed Chris Palaha, when he was like that soccer coach,
Yeah, with the bad hair.
you said it. I did
I
not.
know.
Send your emails to Megan.
We love you, Chris Palaha. Please come on, Girls Gone Hallmark.
Yes. That was a little bit of against type for him, right?
yeah.
I want Tyler to play an against type role.
You want Tyler in the Stefan role?
Yes. 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 Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's not going to happen now because, we got, we are who we are in these movies.
Sure.
They're not going to flip flop at this point. But anyway, I also thought the supporting cast was very good.
Oh, yeah. I have more notes about that, too.
Go ahead.
Well, look, let's talk Matt Hamilton as Mark Leclerc. Look, his character's a little bit one note, but very funny. He's an eyes on the prize kind of dude. He comes in to save the production and fully savage when they're like, oh, there's not enough room on stage for all these kids. And he's like, that's all right. They're not all off book anyway. I cackled like kids don't know their lines. They're out. I loved it.
I thought he was great. He's in my Justice 4 nomination this week. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that man needs a lead role in a movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know he has a bigger role in the
Cases of Mystery Lane.
That's it. I was like, the Wise movie? Yeah. I enjoy him a lot, and he's nice to look at too.
Can we talk about Margaret Collin and
Yeah.
the mom's role?
Yes.
So do you remember in our interview with Kimberly Sestad, Kimberly had said like she was infusing kind of some of her own parenting, like she was infusing some of herself into this character. I think Kimberly's kind of private about her personal life. I can't speak specifically to like what's going on here, but I thought the mom's storyline was a little more full. And I actually kind of was like, get off her jock, like leave her alone. She asks very little. She's like, just come hang out, like come to dinner, let's be a family. She doesn't want anything else from you guys.
Yeah.
And you are making her life so much more difficult, and you are pushing against what, like all she wants is happiness. And she's like finding a new romance in her life, and you guys are being real shitty about it. I want to talk more about that, but I just really enjoyed her and her, like, I thought she was really warm and loving as grandma, but I liked how she kind of like brought down the hammer with them a little bit.
Yeah, I
was
did
like,
too.
Not cool, man.
Yeah. I can't remember what happened to like her husband from the original movie.
But we're 5 years out from the original movie, so we're 5+.
Whatever. Yeah. So she is allowed to live her own life and have romantic interests. You are right, though, that man looks exactly like Peter Gallagher.
Dude, he came on the screen, and when he's just in the background, I was like, is Peter Gallagher in a Hallmark movie? And my husband goes, from the OC? And I was like, that's a deep cut for Peter Gallagher, which was on 30 years ago, but
OC was not on 30 years ago, first of all. What else can you name Peter Gallagher in? At Center Stage.
Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist played the most heartbreaking role you've ever seen in your life. The OC, 25 years ago? When is the OC?
Autumn Reeser was on the OC. It's not been 25 years.
Point is,
She was a teenager on that show.
that is my point. That
She's not 50.
she's our age.
I am much older than you. She played a 17-year-old on that show.
2003. I'm sorry. It's 22 years old.
Okay, fine.
My point is, I thought it was a funny deep cut that was, and he's never even seen an episode of the OC. The fact
Oh
that
my
he
gosh,
like,
that's funny.
pulled that out. Anyway, what did you think of the dance battle scene? Did you laugh?
Yeah, that was funny. I thought it was good.
Tyler shushing Paul with his finger, also very funny.
Yeah, the whole exchange at the dinner table, that Pastor Royce has great hands, and Paul's face as Stefan was like, oh my God. I laughed out loud. I thought it was great. I was like, oh, I love when they have like edgy jokes like that make it into like on Hallmark Channel.
Yes.
They're talking about how he has great hands, but like,
No, I get
it can
it.
be inferred.
Of course.
Otherwise, I just thought it was so funny.
Great funny moments. When Paul like swings off and Caroline's like, engage your core.
Yeah.
Or Taylor says it. I don't know who says it.
Somebody says it. Yes, you're right.
Are you ready to talk wishes? Mm-hmm. Okay, a few things. I just want to go back to my original point about this movie being for the fans. None of these wishes really matter because people are showing up for these dudes. They're showing up to see them banter with each other. They're here for the sugar plum dance. They want to see Matt Hamilton being ridiculous. I want to preface all of these wishes by saying it doesn't actually matter. However, speaking of it doesn't matter, maybe my next wish doesn't matter because Luke's storyline is all about his personal development and not about his relationship. His romantic relationship seems to be on track. But what the hell? Where is Sophie? To make the decision to send her off for the entire movie again? And
She's
maybe
got a conference to go to.
and maybe that's the point. Maybe they're like, she's not in the first movie. Maybe that's the point.
Yeah.
It just felt like an odd choice.
Yeah, I did think that was kind of weird. And then she all of a sudden, she was back in time for the pageant, which was great. But yeah, she could have still been around. She could have been at the family dinners still. Like, it would have been fine. Now, the biggest wish for me is, like you said, this was for the fans. And none of this matters. Doesn't this feel a little bit like this was a whole movie about the character of Taylor? Think of it this way. Think of it as like the Groomsmen trilogy or the Wedding Bell.
Yeah,
movies.
well, I mean, I do think that Susie and Stefan get the short end of the stick, like justice for the Stefan storyline.
I thought that was the more compelling storyline.
Dude's gonna propose, and we're gonna see them on screen together for 6 minutes total. Yeah, I feel like we don't get enough. That story is underdeveloped. We get a lot of Stefan, but we don't get a lot of Susie and Stefan.
Right.
And
That's why I'm like, it feels a lot like the romance of Taylor Tyler. Like hit that whole, and I mean his romance and also his personal development in terms of like his work or whatever.
Yeah.
I just felt like, oh, this is his movie now. Like if we were talking like in a set of movies, this was his movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that
Interesting.
because like it's about three wiser men and a boy. Like I
hear you.
There's not enough time though, I don't think, in this hour and 45 minutes to like have these fully fleshed out growth of these characters.
Sure.
It's just this, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about these dudes being super weird about their mom having a boyfriend. I was like, back off. But then I was watching this movie with my husband who grew up with a single mom. I said, how would you feel if your mom was dating someone? He's like, it'd be weird. I'm like, bro, you're 48 years old. Like, let her live. I guess it would be weird. I don't know. My parents are married to each other. I'm sure there would be, I'm not saying they don't get to have feelings about it. I'm saying like the attempt to sabotage the relationship, the fact that they're fighting against it. Sure, it takes some adjustment to see your parent with somebody who's not your other parent. Grow up, bros.
Yeah, I was like waiting for one out of three to be like the voice of reason. Like, hey, let's
Like, this is weird.
support
That's
mom.
our issue, not hers.
Yeah. Especially Stefan, the pet therapist or whatever. Like he's got to have some like lingo, some language.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong here. I thought the last 3/4 of this movie dragged a little bit. It was like too much pageant stuff.
A lot of pageant stuff.
Not that I hate children or pageants or Christmas or any of those things.
She actually hates all of those things. Let's be serious.
The Susie Stefan stuff could have come all into play during that time.
Yes.
In concurrence with the stuff happening with the pageant. And then my last, I want to say more Kimberly Sustad. I had predicted weeks ago, I was like, oh, she's going to be the new love interest for Stefan because Fiona Vroom's name had not made a cast list yet for this movie. So I was like, I don't know if she's coming back as
Still
Susie.
not on IMDb.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
As of the recording of this episode.
So I thought she was going to come back. I was like, why about like the doctor being there? Okay, fine.
I love a sequel. I mean, again, it's for the fans.
It's for the fans. Do you think there'll be a third?
I don't think we need a third.
Hot take.
I don't think we need a third.
Fans, come for Megan. I think they might come for us.
I think so too. Let's talk. Did you see that?
Okay. We already talked a little bit about it. But again, shout out to the candy cane square off between Carolyn and Taylor. There was this whole exchange that they had where he has this candy cane hanging from his mouth and like he is saying lines with the candy cane in his mouth.
You know, have you noticed that Tyler Haynes does a lot of like, always got stuff in his mouth, not just like the candy cane or the toothpick. He's often eating. He's eating cookies. He's eating snacks in the groomsmen. He's eating a lot.
Huh. I hadn't noticed that. What do you think that's about?
I don't know. People like to look at his mouth.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Balsam Hill product placement. Heyo, it's been real product placement heavy this weekend.
Sunday night's movie was...
Oh my gosh, the deer foam slippers with the giant bag he pulls out.
Yeah, but I jumped on our Instagram right away and I was like, here we are in our own fireside slippers.
I do love those slippers. I wear them quite a bit.
Every freaking day I
Me
wear
too.
them. That's a great slipper.
They are a great slipper.
They look just like Uggs and they're comfortable as hell. I love that slipper.
I wear them constantly. I wear them more than my Uggs.
That is a ringing endorsement for
Indeed.
deer foams. I only have one other Did You See That? And it's an IMDb review that did not hold back. They were pissed about the peanut allergy jokes in this movie.
Yeah, not funny. I mean, like it's I get it. It's not funny.
Yeah, the IMDb reviewer was like, look, I turned it off. Like, it's not funny. I have a child who has severe food allergies. Let's not make jokes about it.
Kids die at school.
Yeah. So, I was like thinking about that. And I guess I can see like from the perspective of a certain generation who's like, what? I grew up on peanut butter. Like, how is it a problem now? But like those who are dealing with these food allergies or they are a threat.
It's surprising to you, but once you know better, you do better.
Yeah, you're not going to like make jokes about like somebody being disabled or whatever.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it was in the best taste.
No, my final did you see that comes courtesy of correspondent Mike, who points out an oddly specific Paul Campbell trope. He says this is the second Paul Campbell written movie that has Tyler Hines' nephew in the movie performing in a Christmas play and having the line, "And Christmas was saved." The other being, can you name that movie?
Starlight by Christmas?
An Unexpected Christmas.
Oh.
Tyler's not in Christmas
I know. I don't know.
Both movies feature the Xmas play. Both movies features the Christmas play set getting destroyed by a mishap, including having a shooting star decoration go flying to knock more SHIT down.
Question for you. How did the fire start? Was it Pastor Roy doing the welding?
No, they said it was like one of the circuits was overloaded or
I
something.
can't remember. And I was like, I expected the chief of the fire department to jump into action to move those children out of that auditorium quicker.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
They kind of like blame everybody for the fire. What? I'm nervous. I'm
nervous.
Yeah, well, you rate this movie?
I enjoyed it, but it's not a 5-star movie. 4.75 stars.
Oh my gosh, that's so much higher than I thought. I gave it 4. I gave it 4 stars.
Wow. Send your emails to Megan.
That's a great rating, doll.
Girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. I mean, everybody and their brother watched this movie, according to social media. I'm dying to see the numbers. We are recording this on Monday morning. I'm dying to see the numbers. A lot of people watch this movie.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, you know we love your 5-star ratings and your reviews. This Thanksgiving weekend, open up that Apple Podcast app when your family's driving you bananas and leave a 5-star rating and review for Girls Gone Hallmark. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Building a business may feel like a big jump, but OnDeck Small Business Loans can help keep you afloat. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As a top-rated online small business lender, OnDeck's team of loan advisors can help you find the right business loan to fit your needs. Visit OnDeck.com for more information. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
Target Black Friday deals are here. Get up to 50% off tech, video games, toys, small appliances, holiday trees, and more. Plus, save on the essentials to get your house ready for the season. Save more on gifts with Black Friday deals. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Bye.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Building a business may feel like a big jump, but OnDeck Small Business Loans can help keep you afloat. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As a top-rated online small business lender, OnDeck's team of loan advisors can help you find the right business loan to fit your needs. Visit OnDeck.com for more information. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
Target Black Friday deals are here. And with up to 50% off gifts, you can make so many wishes come true. There's up to 50% off tech, video games, toys, and board games for gifts filled with wonder. Plus up to 50% off small appliances, floor care, holiday trees, and so much more. You'll even save on all the essentials to get your house ready for the magic of the season. And there's free shipping when you spend $35. Save more on gifts with Black Friday deals. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold blue moon. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Building a business may feel like a big jump, but OnDeck Small Business Loans can help keep you afloat. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As a top-rated online small business lender, OnDeck's team of loan advisors can help you find the right business loan to fit your needs. Visit OnDeck.com for more information. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
This Thanksgiving, Target makes hosting easy with our lowest prices of the season, like Good & Gather Premium Turkey for 79 cents a pound and quality green beans for 55 cents. Or classic stovetop stuffing on sale for $1.99 and delicious Favorite Day apple or pumpkin pie for only $4.49. Plus, get unlimited same-day delivery with a free 14-day trial of Target Circle 360 to make planning even easier. Save more on hosting. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
If your day sounds like
we need the report ASAP,
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through
2 more reps, 2 more.
You deserve this ice-cold blue moon. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Uncover one of history's greatest mysteries in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, a first-person single-player adventure video game set between the events of Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade. The year is 1937. Sinister forces are scouring the globe for the secret to an ancient power connected to the Great Circle, and only one person can stop them: Indiana Jones. Adventure calls. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle releases on December 9th on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC. Pre-order Indiana Jones and the Great Circle now. Rated T for Teen. Copyright and trademark 2024 Lucasfilm Limited. All rights reserved.
Building a business may feel like a big jump, but OnDeck Small Business Loans can help keep you afloat. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As a top-rated online small business lender, OnDeck's team of loan advisors can help you find the right business loan to fit your needs. Visit OnDeck.com for more information. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
Target Black Friday deals are here. And with up to 50% off gifts, you can make so many wishes come true. There's up to 50% off tech, video games, toys, and board games for gifts filled with wonder. Plus up to 50% off small appliances, floor care, holiday trees, and so much more. You'll even save on all the essentials to get your house ready for the magic of the season. And there's free shipping when you spend $35. Save more on gifts with Black Friday deals. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward. Modelo, you put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor, because you know the bigger the fight, the better the reward. Modelo, the mark of the fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Building a business may feel like a big jump, but OnDeck Small Business Loans can help keep you afloat. With lines of credit up to $100,000 and term loans up to $250,000, OnDeck lets you choose the loan that's right for your business. As a top-rated online small business lender, OnDeck's team of loan advisors can help you find the right business loan to fit your needs. Visit OnDeck.com for more information. Depending on certain loan attributes, your business loan may be issued by OnDeck or Celtic Bank. OnDeck does not lend in North Dakota. All loans and amounts subject to lender approval.
Have you met All Modern? All Modern brings you the best of modern furniture. And right now through November 30th, you'll score up to 70% off during their Black Friday sale. Prep your space for holiday hosting with deals on plush sofas, modern tabletop essentials, and more. All on sale at All Modern. Then get them delivered for free in days. You heard that right. Days. That's modern made simple. Shop All Modern's Black Friday sale now through November 30th at allmodern.com.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Target Black Friday deals are here. Get up to 50% off tech, video games, toys, small appliances, holiday trees, and more. Plus, save on the essentials to get your house ready for the season. Save more on gifts with Black Friday deals. Happier holidays from Target. Restrictions apply.
If your day sounds like
We need the report ASAP.
you deserve Modelo. If you've persevered through,
2 more reps, 2 more.
you deserve this ice-cold reward. Modelo, the mark of the fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.